The Chinese AI chatbot, DeepSeek, has sent shockwaves through the tech world. In early 2026, their new V4 Pro and Flash models started shattering performance records, proving that America no longer holds a monopoly on artificial intelligence. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. Chinese applications have quietly taken over our smartphones. TikTok, CapCut, Shein, and Temu are names that absolutely everyone knows today. China is no longer just about software. Look at the streets. They have overtaken traditional automotive powerhouses, selling more cars than any other nation, thanks to giants like BYD. In early 2026, BYD's sales in Europe tripled, pushing their electric vehicle market share to nearly 19%. This momentum didn't happen by accident. China is now the world's largest battery manufacturer. The same goes for solar energy. They control 80% to 95% of the global solar supply chain. Estimates show that by 2028, up to 60% of all green energy worldwide will be generated right there. When it comes to drones, China completely rules the skies. The next time you hear a drone buzzing overhead, there is a 70% chance it's a DJI model manufactured in China. But they are also looking into the future. In the advanced field of quantum computing, Chinese academics output more research papers annually than any other nation. In specific subfields, they are even outperforming the traditional leader, the United States. So, how did they pull this off? It was a calculated, long-term strategy. Back in 2015, the government launched an ambitious industrial blueprint called Made in China 2025. The goal was simple: stop being the world's cheap factory and become a self-reliant tech superpower. The strategy worked. Data shows that 86% of their 250 strategic milestones have been successfully achieved. To fund this, the master plan allocated a staggering $1.5 trillion for research and development. Over $627 billion of that capital had already been deployed by 2020. However, 2026 has brought a massive shift. The European Union has officially ended the Wild West era of cheap, untaxed imports. E-commerce giants like Temu and Shein are now facing severe regulatory crackdowns. New customs regulations have eliminated the old €150 duty-free exemption. Every single package now faces strict tariffs. More importantly, these platforms are legally responsible for what they sell. If they distribute dangerous or counterfeit goods, they face catastrophic fines up to 6% of their global annual turnover. At the same time, Western nations are pushing heavy chip sanctions to cut China off from high-end processors. But this blockade backfired. It forced Chinese giants like Huawei to achieve total self-sufficiency. After almost collapsing in 2019 due to US sanctions, Huawei shocked the world by manufacturing their own advanced chips that experts thought were impossible for them to build. DeepSeek followed a remarkably similar path. Denied access to top-tier Western AI processors. They innovated using legacy hardware and brilliant software engineering, building a world-class model at a fraction of the cost. For Washington, it was an absolute wake-up call. Despite the heavy fines and geopolitical blockades, China is not slowing down. While they still lag a few years behind in cutting-edge semiconductor fabrication, they are outpacing the West everywhere else. The United States is pumping hundreds of billions into domestic R&D, while Germany and Japan launch counter strategies. But one thing is undeniable: a new technological titan has arrived, armed with deep pockets, massive ambitions, and immense patience.